Welcome back to another Spotlight Saturday video. And I may have just discovered a new psychological horror read that I am a fan of just in time for the spooky season. I don't want to jump the gun, however, because I have only read one volume of this series so far, but I am definitely intrigued by this new title, Adabana. So this was definitely a cover buy. The winter scene, the color scheme of the red and the silver of the trees with the snow, trying to show it without my ring light getting in the way. But yeah, everything about this cover is striking and beautiful, and it also really plays into the bleak, haunting and intriguing vibes of this first volume. So the story starts when a small town is shocked by the gruesome murder of a student, and Mizuki Ayakawa, one of the victim's best friends and classmates, ends up actually confessing to the brutal crime. However, a local reporter and Mizuki's own public defenders are convinced there's more to the story. As the truth unravels, a tale of class, exploitation, and the demands of the family are revealed. So yeah, I am very intrigued, as Mizuki definitely does seem to be holding things back, and whether that is because she's covering for the real murderer or because she has a sick and twisted plan. I'm not entirely sure, because she also seems to be a wee bit unhinged. It really adds this extra layer of what is the truth, because I can't quite believe everything Mizuki tells us. So at this point, I'm not sure, but she's giving me the vibe of an unreliable narrator, which just adds, a little something extra to this murder mystery story. And yeah, this first volume was a pretty good start. I am almost tempted to try and read the rest of it online because I'm curious and I need answers. But at the same time, the wait almost seems to add to the buildup and suspense of this one. It didn't end on like a really jaw-dropping cliffhanger or anything too. So at this point, I do think I'll wait for the second volume to be released in January. But I don't know if that will hold up after reading volume 2, since I found out this series is complete in 3 volumes. So I might just give in after volume 2 and have to try and track down the last volume and get the answers after reading volume 2, but we shall see. So far, the story feels very realistic, and I can't wait to see how this taut, compelling, slow burn murder mystery of a story is wrapped up, and I do have pretty high hopes for it. I, after all, love a good psychologically compelling murder mystery, and the setup reminded me somewhat of Gannibal, both taking place in a small, rather remote town brimming with secrets and death. So while I continue to hope we get more Gannibal printed eventually, I can at least get a little horror fix with Adabana. That's about all I have to say about this one, because it is only the first volume. I'm just wanting to tease you with a little premise of the story and what I think of it so far, and share some of the artwork of this one, because I also thought that was very good. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. I love finding a new horror, especially a psychological horror, and this one definitely piques my interest in that things may not be as they seem so far, but I will have to wait and see if my suspicions are correct. And in the meantime, I'd also really love if you my dear viewers could recommend me any manga, graphic novels, or novels that have some horror elements in it. I do love a good horror manga recommendation especially, so please drop your favorites down below because spooky season is almost upon us and I just love some creepy, dark, mystery-laden stories. So if you have any, don't hold out on me. share it with us all. And yeah, next Monday we'll be reviewing everything I read for Sci-Fi Summer, so I hope you will check that video out. And if you didn't already, please go watch last Monday's video, which is me rereading volume 1s and reading volume 2s to see if I want to keep these series in my collection. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye!